guys, Sam and Alyssa here. We are stepping in for Jen because she's out on vacation today. So we are going to talk about the 3 things that you need to start your mortgage application.
So the first thing is income.
Yeah, income is a really big part of the mortgage application, kind of the first piece to go off of. So there's actually multiple different forms of income that you can use for qualifying for a mortgage. It's not just your traditional 9 to 5, you get a paycheck, you get a W-2. You can use things like Social Security, VA disability, any type of income that you're receiving on a regular monthly basis typically can be used to qualify for a mortgage application.
Yep. The second one is credit.
Credit is another big one as well, and that can definitely be a really overwhelming and scary kind of piece of the application to dive into because credit's so complicated. It can be a hard topic to approach. For
a lot of people don't even know either.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm just get on a monitoring app. They're not exactly accurate, but at least there's a baseline, right? So we know, what type of loan program might be suitable for you or not, and then we can talk about what the minimum credit score is that's required for different types of programs. So
yeah, and that's exactly right, because there are different levels of credit score requirements for different loan programs. So, for example, VA and FHA are definitely the lower cutoff for credit score, so you can go down to 580 with those programs. If you're looking at something like conventional, the cutoff is 620, so you do kind of have some flexibility to choose between some different options if you do need to do that based on your score.
Yeah. And the third thing is down payment.
Yeah, down payment is a fun one because that one can be, or at least seem really, really overwhelming because, it's money. It's a big, giant purchase, and that can really add up and start to feel like it's a lot. But it's actually not as crazy as some people seem to think because it can be a big misconception. So again, depending on your loan program, there's different tiers of what you would need for a down payment. So for something like conventional, it's going to be a minimum of 3%. And then if you're doing something like FHA, that's going to be 3.5%. But there are actually some programs out there that are 0% down. So if you're a veteran and you qualify for VA, VA does offer 0% down programs, so no down payment required.
Yep.
And then same thing for USDA. If you're in a certain area or you're looking at a certain property that qualifies for USDA, because it is property specific, that also has 0% down options as well. So if you don't qualify for one of those 0% down options, you only need to aim for about 3.5%. So it's not as crazy as 20% misconception that some people might have.
Yeah, and I think when I'm talking with people doing these planning sessions, when I say, 580 works or 620 works for conventional, they're like, oh, awesome, I never knew that. And then they're like, well, I'm still saving for my down payment, it's going to take me forever. And then I say, okay, well, we don't know what you're qualified for yet, but what is your targeted purchase price? If I know you're window shopping or shopping from Zillow or the computer, what type of house price are you looking for? And then I say, okay, well, it's only 3% of that or 3.5% of that, or it could be 0, and they're just, I feel like just a sigh of relief right away on the phone because they're like, oh my god, I thought I needed 20%, which is totally not the case. So I hope this video helped you guys understand that being able to buy a house is just pretty much income, minimum credit score, and then we covered the minimum down payments.
Yeah, so it definitely can feel like a really overwhelming process. It's, the biggest purchase that a lot of people make in their lives. So it can be overwhelming, but it is really a lot more approachable than it might seem. And we're always here to answer your questions. If you ever just want to chat about something, kind of run some scenarios, or want a link to get started on the application to see where everything like credit score is falling, just let us know. If you give us a call or you click the link to apply, you'll end up talking with Jen or Alyssa here to kind of get things started so we can check out all your information for you.
Yeah, and I'm nice, so.
She is.
All right, well, thank you guys.